up, we gave away 2 scholarships for $2,000 each. A few years ago, we added the sporting clays, which is actually the more popular of the two events. And we come out every year and through the
Morning, everybody. And to get that banner changed.
Grower member scholarships for their students. So
Don't I?
Or their grandparents are growers.
There we go.
They can qualify to apply for one of our scholarships. And then any student who lives in Tennessee and who's attending college in Tennessee, who's majoring or intends to pursue a career in poultry, can apply for one of our scholarships.
Kevin batting lead off today. Good, Kevin.
And she also adds there's a variety of needs when it comes to a career in the industry.
In the industry, we need geneticists, we need accountants, we need people who want to work with poultry. There's so many different areas of people who say we want to work in poultry, and it just runs the gamut of what kind of major they can have to work with us.
And on top of that, Rafferty says the industry is a very special place to be.
We are a growing industry all over the place, and we need our best and brightest young
Morning.
people to join the industry.
Philip.
Jobs pay really good, and in my
Christy.
whole life, I've never worked
Glenn.
in an industry that was such a family.
Pam.
It's such a great place to work.
Glenn again. Our last morning show this week. We're taking a 4-day weekend. Girl one's graduating tomorrow, so we're gonna take the morning off. But tomorrow's cool because we play the interviews that we did with seniors at Senior Sunset. We'll play those tomorrow morning on the radio. They're really good. That was loud. Uh-oh. Little computer there.
Well, I need a new bag.
Need a new bag. Morning, Rhonda. Abby, excited about graduation? She dropped her laptop. There was that noise that sounded like an earthquake.
Be dramatic.
The whole building shook. So.
Maybe it's just wrestling.
Oh, her screen froze. Oh no. I hope y'all's screen's not. Everybody's screens ain't frozen. I don't know. Sounds like your problem. Mine seems to be still working, but who knows?
We sure don't.
Refresh. Good morning to you, everybody. Thunder Radio Morning Show on this Thursday. Getting you work, get you home from work. I don't think there's any school today. I don't know. I think it's like a in-service day for people. But teachers will be going in. And then tomorrow's it. It's the abbreviated day. We're done for school year 2025, at least in Coffee County. Tullahoma wrapped things up a week ago, and so did a lot of other people. But we're glad to have you with us here on the morning show, brought to you by Dr. James Van Winkle. I know what you're thinking. Into the school year, maybe a little summer trip. How about one down to Orange Beach, Alabama? I will save you 15% on a 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo if you head on over to thunder1320.com/beach. That's thunder1320.com/beach to learn more about saving money on that condo in Orange Beach, Alabama. All right, let's take a look at the temperatures this morning. I believe it is britches winter officially. It's chilly out there. Not too bad, 60 degrees right now, but it's the kind of humidity is out of the air. It gets really chilly tonight. 74 today for your high, mostly sunny skies. Could gust to 20 miles an hour when it comes to wind. 52 tonight, so much cooler than we've seen. 72 on Friday. Pretty good graduation day. And those winds calm down. It's going to be a nice, calm, sunny Chamber of Commerce weather day on Friday. But, Holly, you're going to need a jacket for graduation tomorrow night. Just go ahead and tell you. Be down around 53 degrees. Saturday, rain back in the forecast. High of 71 with a 40% chance of rain. Sunday, a 70% chance of rain. High of 76. Memorial Day, 80% chance of rain. High of 80. It's going to be a rainy Memorial Day weekend, unfortunately. That's all right. It is what it is. Can't do much about it, can we? Weather forecast brought to you by our friends at the Hillsboro Food Company. If you do get a chance to do some cooking out, make sure you get the perfect meats for the grill. They got fresh cut meat every day over there at the Hillsboro Food Company. So y'all get on by and see them. 7403 Hillsboro Highway in Hillsboro. They're open 6 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 on Saturday. Locally owned and operated, the Hillsboro Food Company. All right, we got a busy day. It's our final show of the week on Facebook Live and YouTube on the Carmine Family Dental cameras. Tomorrow will be radio only, and we will be playing the interviews we did at Senior Sunset on Monday. They're really good, but we got a 4-day weekend. Holly and I do. Big things planned over here at our house. All right, let's bring in the better half of the Thunder Radio Morning Show. Across from me sits the brains of this operation, the planner, the organizer, the CEO, and president of the Peterson Media Group. She's by far the looks inside of this studio. She is the president of the Manchester Chamber of Commerce. She is the microphone licker, the corn cob eater, and one of the main reasons the rockin' world continues to go round. Holly, good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's going to be a good show today.
Yeah, I feel confident.
I got final show of the week energy. It's Friday energy on a Thursday.
Yeah, he has been very energetic and happy this week.
Graduation's tomorrow. All right. Let's see. Does that mean we're going to do Florida Man Friday today or no?
Say it
Are
again.
we going to do Florida Man Friday today or no?
We got a little Florida Man Friday.
Okay.
I did do that, but honestly, things have been kind of sad in Florida.
No.
Not even funny.
Not fun,
just
Florida man.
straight into.
Nastiness.
Oh yeah, I can't.
We should take a trip.
Buddy, let's take a trip. Yeah.
It's going to be raining. We can go somewhere where it's not raining.
Because it's not raining.
Yeah, we'll leave the kids home. Make them take care of the animals.
Get them kids. Forget them animals. Let's me and you go.
Yeah. We don't have any money.
None.
We have responsibilities. Countdowns, what's happening in and around the southern Middle Tennessee area. The biggest one, of course, is graduation tomorrow, but there's things happening today. How about high school track and field? Morgan Spears, Naomi Abiosi, Presley Rooker are headed to Murfreesboro for the state track and field championships. I believe around 10 o'clock this morning is when high jump gets going for Spears and Abiosi. So good luck to them. We hope to see some podium pictures later on today.
I know what pole vaulting is.
Uh-huh.
We all know what it is. But to see Rooker do that in person,
Yes.
it's very impressive. They get very high. And I just try to imagine running with that big pole and then trying to hoist myself, and how much strength that takes to pull your body up into the air like that. It's impressive.
Probably a lot of very good core strength
Right?
involved there.
Yeah.
Which means I wouldn't get off the ground. I would snap that pole like a twig.
I would love to try and video it. Just
You're going to get yourself hurt doing that
you
one.
don't
You can
appreciate how
you can go
good
try a high
someone-
jump or a long jump and not hurt yourself. You try that right there and you end up impaling yourself with that pole. You're going to be like that cow.
Let's don't kid ourselves. I'm not going to be running with that kind of speed to
That's
impale
true.
myself.
Tullahoma baseball lost yesterday in extra innings 3-2. They play this morning at 10. They're in the state tournament. You can hear that on our sister station, 93.9 The Duck. Shout out to our friends over at Tullahoma Utilities Authority for letting us borrow some technology to help us get that signal out up there. There is no cell signal in Murfreesboro. It is the craziest
weird.
thing.
Yeah.
None. Blackman High School, best of luck to you making a phone call up there. And that's how we get out our broadcast. Go to the airport, over by the airport for softball. No, you're not getting anything out over there either. It's crazy.
Yeah.
In that city.
Yeah.
It's what 5G has done for us.
I hate going to Murfreesboro,
I hate it.
honestly.
We are one day away from Coffee County graduation. We mentioned that it's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So everyone who's going to get on the forum later and be like, what's going on over at the football field? It's graduation tomorrow night. Hope to see you there. It's going to be beautiful weather. I'm told the sound guy is much better than last year's sound guy. And it's going to start on time.
Top notch.
Top-notch sound guy. He is the house sound guy for Granddads, by the way. And so Don't worry.
He knows what he's talking
He knows
about.
what he's doing. That's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We should have the video stream of graduation on the Thunder Radio Facebook page. Now, I say should because I don't control that. We are just letting the high school audio-visual class do that, and I don't have any control on it. So hopefully that works smoothly. It has the past couple of years. If it doesn't go right, then I'll send everyone a refund. Okay. We are 4 days away from Memorial Day. That's Monday. 21 days out from Bonnaroo's opening acts. I guess we're probably more like 19 days away from the gates opening at Bonnaroo.
That's
we got
crazy.
a flooring and HVAC giveaway. 2 big giveaways happening. Take note of this. We teamed up with AJ over at AVU Heating and Air in Shelbyville, American Veterans United. Dude is a really cool guy. I got to hang out with him over his place a few weeks ago, talking about this contest, and I was talking to him last week about it. He's like, this is awesome, love how it's going, etc. He's very excited. So he's going to be on the air with us next Tuesday, and we're going to draw for a winner of it. Somebody's going to win an HVAC unit, and
That's very exciting.
installed
On air.
Yeah, we're going to draw on air. It's going to be great. He's going to come in and do it. So that's happening next Tuesday. I think the deadline to register. I combined all that into one
Talking
word.
like me now.
The deadline to register is Saturday at noon. So don't wait till Saturday noon. Get it done today or tomorrow at thunder1320.com. Click on the banner that says win an HVAC unit. It's pretty simple to find. Also, while you're there, we're giving away 400 square feet of LVP flooring installed thanks to Flooring Solutions. Shannon Amos over there. So get on over there and register for that. Also on our website, thunder1320.com. Click on win a free floor. If you want Bonnaroo tickets, we have those as well. thunder1320.com/Bonnaroo. All right. Holly, I think that's all of my things. You got anything to contribute today to the show?
So with tomorrow being graduation, we've got some graduation tweets next, but everybody keeps asking me, how are you doing? How are you holding up?
Great.
How are you holding up? And I could not be happier. I'm so glad.
We'll see how those emotions are tomorrow night. I don't
I'm
know.
gonna have the poppers in my pockets, and
Yeah.
pop those
Yeah.
suckers when it's all done. I feel like I should have a photo shoot,
Right.
like we did it.
And while Holly's at graduation, I'm going to be at home packing her bags. And when graduation's over, she's ready to move on out. That's not true. She's not going anywhere, but we are very excited for her. So, but again, the emotions of it's so sad. The last one,
The
no,
baby,
nah.
the baby. Oh, the baby's graduating. No, be happy for me. Josh earlier I guess it was yesterday. He goes, the girl one's got practice on Friday, and I was like, what practice? No more practice. We're done. We're done with. And he was like, no, it's graduation practice. And I was like, oh God, I was having a flashback from like having to get ready to plan my trip to Knoxville for cheer camp.
Right.
I don't have to do that this year.
Yeah. I saw they're doing that in Cookeville this year,
Well, that's closer.
and that much nicer. I'm just like, that's a much shorter trip to pick your child up from camp. An hour versus 3.5.
If I'm driving to Knoxville, I ain't driving back. I know y'all say it's just three hours up there. You turn around and come back. I'm not doing that. I ain't 5 hours in a car is my limit for a day. I'm not doing no more than that.
Yeah, she doesn't. We usually make a trip out of it. It's a very expensive trip for the girl one to go to cheer camp because we got to go up and stay the night in downtown Knoxville because Holly can't.
And then I want to go eat somewhere nice.
Then she's let's go to Calhoun's. He's not that super nice. Can I tell everybody what I've discovered on ChatGPT?
Please let them know because that you've all known about it for 4 weeks now.
Well,
But Josh is a little when it comes to.
I use ChatGPT
social.
often for work things
He's
or
a
to
little behind.
prove Holly wrong or whatever. I even pay for the paid version of it. I don't know that it makes much of a difference, but I pay for it.
Anytime he gets the opportunity to tell anyone he has the paid version of ChatGPT, he will do it. Just like if he has the opportunity to tell you how much he paid for the new software we got to run these games over at the stations.
Anyway, so I've discovered how to cartoon ourselves. And I made cartoons out of everybody last night.
The
And I
cat.
was the cat makes a really cute cartoon.
We're just getting
I'm getting that old
And
when I'm
our-
sitting here just
in
making.
our family group chat. Everybody's phone's going off at the same time because Josh is sending out cartoon boy one and girl one, and here's the cat, and
Here's a picture of the cat. I guess that's a situation where you've just gotten old enough that that's what's fun now. I sit there and I make cartoons out of things. Jessica over on the Carmine Family Dental Cameras. Welcome back, Jessica. I feel like you've not been with us in weeks.
where have you been, Jessica?
She says, I upgraded to the paid version last week. It's great. Yeah, it is.
Is it going to make us dumber, do you think, Chat GPT? Because I feel like spell check has made me an idiot. If I go to write something down now and the word don't automatically spell right on the paper, I don't know what to do anymore. You're not even with me. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to find a way to
That
send
was
these
just a-
cartoons over here
Blank.
so people can see my cartoon cat.
Does anybody want to come on and do a show with me? Because this guy don't.
Well, I'm sending some pictures. What?
Any hootie. Let's look at national days while he's playing with his cartoons.
But you're cue to talk.
Well, I got to look it up now. Since I'm the
I
only one.
assumed you
doing
had it
this-
ready.
It's National. Wait a minute. Back up here. It's National Craft Distillery Day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I just get a text from Holly's mom. Do a cartoon version of me.
Requests. Did you hear what I said?
It's Craft Distillery Day.
National Craft Distillery Day.
Nice.
Head down and see our friends at Common John. Is that craft distillery?
Honey, don't ask me about beers. Don't ask me about things I don't know nothing
Is
about.
that beer
on
or
the
is
air.
that liquor? Is craft liquor?
Holly,
Okay. Well, moving on. National Solitaire Day.
I used to be king at solitaire, man. I could tear that up because I had keyboarding class in 9th grade. And then when you were done with your stuff, your Mavis speaking, then you could play solitaire. I love making the cards go all over the place.
It's National Vanilla Pudding Day. If given the choice, I was going chocolate.
Chocolate.
Like I only took the vanilla pudding if the chocolate was all gone.
Vanilla
You're like,
pudding.
oh, vanilla. But then when you eat it, it's not terrible.
No, but it's not. Vanilla pudding's got to be with something. There's a cartoon version of me and Holly on the screen. It's pretty accurate, I think.
Hey,
for people who are watching on the cameras.
look how mad you look in that. Golly, you look miserable.
I probably was.
We were there just spending a little quality time. Oh my God, you look miserable. You got to share that on your Facebook so folks can see. I'm happy. I'm happy as can be. Look at that grin.
Yeah.
Ear to ear,
Showing off them pearly
bright-eyed,
whites.
bushy-tailed. And then you got this guy over here.
I'm about to spend money on dinner, I think is what's about to happen. We were about to walk into Calhoun's, and I didn't know what it was going to cost me.
You look so mad. That is a excellent representation of us.
Yes.
Jessica said,
"Why are you scowling?"
scowling?
What? The cartoon is not.
Chat GPT, well done.
Now, my cat. There he is. Isn't he a handsome guy?
If there's a delay on mine.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're watching. Yeah.
Yeah. He looks mischievous.
Doesn't he?
It's kind of cute though, the little cartoons.
Yeah. I like how it looks kind of like a Batman comic or something. Oh, they do a pretty good job with it.
It does a really good job making him look like a turd head, because he is.
Right? Kind of like just that blank eating grin he's got there.
It's National Buy a Musical Instrument Day.
Jessica said, now I have to figure out how to go make these cartoons. See? Told you. I'm going to get people into this.
What about on Facebook where people are turning themselves into the 1960s pinup girl version of yourself?
Oh, can I do that?
I don't know how to do it.
Oh,
I haven't done it. It's on Facebook, but I've got friends that will take it takes a picture of them and it like puts them as AI generated things. Like this is what you would look like as a cowgirl, or this is what you would look like as a gymnast. I don't know. But people are making these their profile pictures, and it's like the best version of yourself AI generated. You know, you don't look like that.
Yeah, then you run into people out in public and you're like, that's not how you look. Something's the matter.
You lie, liar.
Yeah, there is the problem with the filters. But the
I love a
filters have
good
been around
filter.
for a while.
If it's going to smooth my face out, you better believe I'm going to use it. I love a filter. But some of it's just.
I'm going to make us cowboys. That's coming next. Before the end of the show, we're going to be cowboys.
It's National Maritime Day. Maybe
we should celebrate by buying cruise tickets. Last minute cruise tickets. We can take off this weekend.
We could probably get cheap cruise tickets, right?
Right. We probably could. We have not cruised since pre-COVID. We used to love going. Or I did. I don't know if Holly liked it very much.
He and I like the different things. I like to just sit on the balcony and not be around anybody, but Josh wants to be. He's a little more social than me.
I don't want to be around people so much. I like to sit on the deck and get me some sun and drink water.
Lots of water.
Lots of water. Anyway, anything else here? We got to take a break.
Let's take a break.
More morning show in just a minute. I want to tell you about dirt works. So you got a lot of rain the other day, yesterday, I guess it was, or the day before. So make sure that you have no drainage issues in your yard. You don't want it standing in one place. It's going to stop the grass from growing. It's going to bring in pests and insects. You don't want that. So make sure you got proper drainage. Water's running away from your home. Dirtworks comes in. They bring in dirt. They bring in excavators. They smooth it out, get it how they do their thing. I don't really know how they do it. They just do it. It's like magic. In their videos, they do it in like 7 seconds, but I think it's edited. So go on over there and check out their website, show you what they do, dirtworksforyou.com, or give them a call, 931-409-0782. That's 931-409-0782. That's Dirtworks in Manchester.
Coffee County Bank was founded in 1975 by a group of local business people. Locally owned and operated, today it's...
Guarantee you Jessica's making cartoons right now.
You got to post them, Jessica. We want to see.
45, 215, 230, 3, 3.5, 4. All right, let's see. I gotta make us cowboys. I was trying to find a good picture of me and you.
Should have been a cowboy.
Yeah. It's not easy to find the pictures from GPT here.
I don't use Chat GPT near enough. I
I
almost feel like it's cheating.
Nope. I'll get you the paid version. You get on there and you do whatever you want. It is like a little assistant. I wonder if we can make the puppy a cowboy.
What puppy?
Our puppy.
Oh. You should cartoon that picture of the cat where he's shaved and he's sitting like laid back with a bag of Cheetos.
Where's that at, I wonder?
I'll find it.
See, look at you getting into it.
I was trying to think of funny cat pictures that we have.
I found a good one, a cartoon right here. Oh,
There's a
it's a
picture.
rabbit hole.
There's a picture of our cat that makes Josh laugh every time because our cat's like he kind of looks like a Maine Coon. I don't think it is, but he looks like one. Anywho, we had to get him shaved, and he's like, you can see his teats, his big old man titties,
He's huge.
and that picture always makes Josh laugh.
This one's creating different responses. A new version of ChatGPT. I get to give feedback. Jessica said, yes, I am. She's making cartoons right now. Yes, I have found a rabbit hole, Shannon. This is what I'm going to do for pretty much all day long. What's your plans today? What are you doing? Holly.
What do you need me to do, buddy?
I don't need you to do anything. I just didn't know. I'm just kind of asking what you're doing.
Chet, do this one. Do this one.
Send it to me. It takes a minute to make them.
I tried to make one. I got impatient after like 10 seconds and I got out of it.
Yeah. Fishing today?
I thought about riding up to and cleaning out these flower beds right here, getting me some gloves.
Riding up to and cleaning out these flower beds.
Riding up to the store and getting me some gloves.
It's you.
Like I have a weenus.
It's that pipe. The pipe. It's that picture of them pipes we were doing.
That looks dirty. You can't post that anywhere.
I am posting it. Morning, Joshua. Good name. Good name for you. Josh, good name for you. Thunder Radio Morning Show rolling along on this Thursday. We've spent the entire commercial break making cartoons.
You did.
And then you got into it. Holly spent most of her break sending me pictures to turn into cartoons.
I have all the good pictures.
Golly, this cat is humongous. It's great radio. We're making visual things that no one can see. There's really no way to describe it.
Yeah, let's spend this entire segment talking about our cat.
Well, that's good stuff.
All right, now that's not what we're
No,
doing.
there's a best of segment about our cat because I was putting out a call for someone to shave him. And if you make a request on the radio to hire someone to shave your cat, it gets quite the response.
You put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And no one
took me serious.
And it was frustrating because we really did need to get the cat a haircut.
And I was getting all kinds of inappropriate links and numbers.
It was like new comment. You were hoping that it was someone helpful, but it wasn't.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing was helpful at all. And it's very frustrating. So yeah, they turned into a whole best of segment. But I do need somebody to shave my cat. Christy wants to know how much the cat weighs. Last time we went to the vet with him, he was 20 pounds. He's lost a little weight.
They made us put him on a diet.
I think he's around 17 pounds or so, would be my guess. Last time we weighed him, it was just a simple, I stand on the scale, then I stand on the scale with a cat to see the difference. I don't know how accurate that is, but it seemed pretty close.
Graduation is tomorrow. And I think you kind of feel bad for them. They're it's a little sad. They're little kids, but now they're getting ready to be tossed out into the real world, and you kind of feel bad because.
My favorite is how everybody talks about how difficult this was. Oh, this is such a difficult thing you've done, and what a challenge it was you've completed. And I'm like, nah.
Life is getting ready to just
left hook, pop.
Well, the thing about it is even more so now than when we were in school. Everything is celebrated in school now.
I know.
You know, first week of school party.
Well, we got
and-
kindergarten graduation, and we got first grade graduation, and we got fifth grade graduation, and sixth grade promotion, and eighth grade graduation. I mean, there's just all the graduations.
and
Preschool graduation. I didn't even talk about that.
you know, there's all kind of awards throughout the year, and the schools are trying to do things to promote the
Now let's
kids
not
wanting
forget
to-
that 60 is passing now. Let's not even forget that.
That doesn't seem
You
real.
can make a
gonna tell you
61 and you can pass. And we told our kids when they changed that, listen, you come home with a 61, you have failed.
Yeah, that is not
That is
the
not passing
grade
in this
our
house.
house.
Some parents don't have to worry about that because their kids
I
come
know
home with
how
100s
hard I worked in high school
to make a 70.
and it was not hard at all.
Yeah.
I just barely floated by in high school, and I still made above a 70. And if I can, they can too. I'm not. You're not bringing home a 60.
Exactly.
Any hootie.
Especially with the technology they got today to do their work for them.
Everything in their lives up till now has been celebrated, and they're getting ready to have a big party to, graduation and celebrate it. And then life happens.
Right. I mean, I don't wish bad things on them. I'm just telling you that life will be harsh.
What are you doing?
I made this cat cartoon. I'm going to put it on the screen. But for now,
That's not anything that could wait to the break.
you're supposed to be reading tweets.
Oh, I thought we were talking. All right, that's fine. I'll just talk to myself here. I'm really glad I went to college and got a degree that allows me to understand that I will never have enough money.
Yeah.
Why do people say that they're going to Motlow like it's a bad thing?
That irritates me.
When a kid
just
comes-
going to Motlow.
I'm just going to
I'm like,
Motlow.
no, that's college. That degree counts.
I want to
just as-
shake them.
I know.
I'm like, that's a smart decision.
I know. I heard somebody bashing on Motlow the other day. Just hating on the person saying this didn't go to college. It was hating on Motlow about how easy it is. You didn't even go. You didn't even go there. It is, you still have to show up to the classes. You have to do the work, and that's a degree just like any other degree, and it's free.
And it's free.
So you are wise.
tells me
It's not.
that-
I'm just going to Motlow. It tells me your parents are smart or you are smart. Somebody is smart here because you're taking 2 years of free education. College is expensive.
Yeah.
Just do a little research on how well these people are doing who come out of college with $80,000 in student loan debt. Make it, with a degree in liberal arts that they can't get a job with.
Yeah, I don't.
I've got $100,000 in student debt, and I have an English degree. What are you doing with that? Teaching?
No.
I mean,
I don't know what you could what could you do with an English degree?
Teach. And then
Okay.
you got to get your teaching certificate. I mean, there's not a lot you can do with some of these degrees that people get. You got to get something that's usable.
Yesterday, an 11-year-old
Political science. That's another one that I think people like to go get.
in California graduated from college. Today, it took me, a 24-year-old, 3 tries to spell restaurant. Restaurant. I know there's a U.
Oh, accurate though. Accurate.
To those graduating,
Shannon said those English degrees are on Facebook. They're grammar police.
to those graduating, it gets better, then worse, then worse, then much worse, way, way worse, awful, awful bad, then good. So,
Yeah.
hang in there.
Responsibilities come, is what happens here.
After graduating from college, oh baby, no more homework. Calculating and filing taxes for the first time. What the fresh HE double hockey sticks is this?
Right? Taxes. Janice says, I have a bachelor's degree in a field of study that I am not even using. Paid off that student loan debt in my early 30s. Like
Hey.
paying off debt for a degree that you didn't use. It's got to just be every time you send that payment in, it's got to be just miserable.
When we paid off my student loans, it was like the best. It was the best feeling.
It was a good feeling.
Like it was hard. It was really hard to make a decision to put a ton of extra money.
We were just doing the monthly there for a while.
Yeah, and that, I mean, I was going to pay the minimum for the rest of my life probably. So we made a decision to put extra money onto my student loan and got it paid off. And then so when I saw on TV,
it wasn't Holly's field of study. To be fair, she was using that.
Oh yeah, I was in
radiology.
Using it. But when I saw on the news that they were just going to wipe away, they were saying people should have their student debt wiped away after I had just paid all mine off. After, like, sure, I would have liked to have went on vacation with that money or bought a new car or got some, but it's hard to make those decisions to pay for the obligations
that you committed yourself to.
Yeah. You can't. You're not holding the.
Well, now I would like my car loan debt wiped off. While they're paying for things, these radio stations weren't cheap.
It's hard. You have to work hard to earn money. I think we all know that. But you also have to you work hard to keep it.
Yeah. Well, the government tries to take all of it from you.
To make good. That's what any advice I have for the graduates is be smart with your money.
Oh yeah.
Don't
spend it.
Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses.
We were trying to come.
We don't even like the Joneses. They're not funny.
Is this the morning show or is this the Ramsey show? Holly, the guest host on the Ramsey show.
I'm sorry.
But my question, we were trying to come up with the percentage for the girl one on like graduation money that she receives, and like what percentage of that money should we tell her to put into savings, and what percentage should we tell her could be fun money, for her. And I don't think it's still kind of open ended. She's starting to get some graduation checks, and we're trying to. And I think this last little bout with money has scared her a little bit. I mean, not really a bout. She just, had no money. She had none, and her account overdrew. And I'm getting texts from bankers, and like, okay. And I'm waking her up out of bed. I'm like, why am I getting texts from bankers that your account's overdrawn? And I see you went to commies.
If this girl has, if she's got $9.47, she'll calculate what dinner she can get for $9.45.
Yeah. And I'm like, honey, you can't afford that. Don't go. So, but I think that may have scared her, spooked her a little. But anyway, we were going to tell her like 75% needs to go to savings. You need to save that. This is a good opportunity.
It should be
75% is a good number. I had said 50 and you said 70. And I'm like,
first I said 90-10.
Yeah.
Like she can have 10% of it. But
I think 75 is fair.
Because I'm like, what is.
But she's an expensive person. But 75% seems fair. Like,
save your money.
It's a good opportunity to save it up.
Save it.
And because she thinks college is free. And when it is.
2 years of it.
2 years of it's free. And I said, you need to be saving up for the next 2 years. Because we're not paying for that.
She's still got to eat.
She's still got to eat. And when books aren't covered.
Yeah, books. And
that's what we tried to tell her. I'm like, you need to save up money this summer and the next couple of years. Anyway. She hasn't listened to us yet, so maybe she'll start soon.
We'll see.
Any more graduation tweets there?
I think I just did 2, but that's fine.
You could do more.
I can do more?
No, you can hit another one.
All right. Me talking to the waiter. I have a bachelor's degree. The waiter says, so do I. And the busboy said, so do I. And the rat feeding on the crumbs under the table. Hey, me too. Make sure your degree is in something that you can
use. Yes. Megan says all teen parents saying amen. I'm thinking about the money saving situation and all of it. It's, whew,
Yeah.
You could give her $1,000 and she will figure out how to spend 1,001. You could give her $50 and she'll figure out how to spend 51. She will, just like when you tell her to be somewhere at 7, she'll get there at 7:01, and you tell her to be there at 9, she'll be there at 9:01. You give her 15 minutes to get ready, it'll take her 16. You give her 2 hours, it'll take her 2 hours and a minute. She's going to be late and she's going to overspend. That's what she's going to do.
I know.
We love her very much.
she really is a copy and paste of me
She
because
is.
they used to
That's
say
what's so funny.
that money they said money will burn a hole in Holly's pocket.
Yeah,
And it did. If I had a little cash, I was like, what can I buy?
I know.
I didn't even need nothing. I didn't want nothing. I
saved you.
huh?
I saved you.
You did.
I came along and saved Holly.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when we first got together, that was her policy right there.
Gift giving is my love language.
And I was like, stop buying gifts. I don't want them. Just tell me I look good in this shirt.
Your muscles do look big today.
There we go. See, that's what we want. But that Holly, the girl one is a copy and paste, verbatim, exact mentality of her.
I just need her to understand. Like I'm trying to.
It's hilarious.
I'm trying to tell her I've made them like
I've made that mistake already. I know what
it's not gonna turn out well for you.
I know which mistake you're about to make.
I've seen this movie.
This is Top Gun 2. Same general plot, Same general plot. Jessica says, I went to school for 3.5 years to get a degree in sports medicine. Quit late in my senior year to take a management position with my get me through college
job. Get me through college job.
Get me through college job because they paid me more than what I would make with my degree. Yeah. Crazy stuff happens.
I went to school when I got out of high school, I went to surgical tech school and I had made it to the rotations to where they were putting me in surgery, decided it was not for me. I locked my knees too much, get a little lightheaded. Can't be passing out in the surgical suite. So I decided to go back and do radiology, to be a radiology tech. And I went to school and got my degree in that. And then while I was doing that and working night shift, I'm like, you know what? I could also go to school and become a realtor. So I got
might as well do that.
I got my license
this
to
is
be
an example
a realtor.
Of Holly spending money just to spend it.
I didn't spend it just to spend it. I thought I was gonna make it. I thought I was about to. That's hard work.
I knew she wasn't gonna be a good realtor, but I was trying to be.
You said.
I was trying to be supportive because she said I'm always not supportive and I always shoot down her ideas. And I'm like, okay, honey.
No.
So I tried this approach of be supportive and maybe that will work.
No, you said you would be so good at selling. You're so good with people, and we
know that's a lie.
I know that, but at the time,
I got her all gassed up.
I don't think you knew that how bad I was because it was before we bought radio stations, so you hadn't actually seen me interact with the public often.
Yeah.
And so I don't even think you knew how terrible I was with people.
Yeah. Well, now I've learned. And so I tell her no all the time. Well, no, you're not doing that.
Listen to me. I was somewhere at an event where people were having a good time, hanging out. And I saw this female rolling on the ground. And I thought she was rolling on the ground, laughing. I thought she was laughing, having a good time, acting silly. And I was taking her picture. And it turns out she was having a seizure. And
it's documented.
I don't do well in public. I don't fit in there.
And again, I hear the stories of the girl and her interactions in public, and I'm like, huh.
Look at her just
having
laughing.
A good old time.
Look at her laughing.
It's a real knee slapper over there.
Wonder what's so funny. And then it wasn't until
she's
I saw
literally rolling on the laughing floor,
trying to shove pills in her mouth, that I realized this was not a laughing matter.
Hashtag ROFL.
Read the room, Holly.
We got more morning show coming up in just a minute. We got games, stupid, silly stat, and we'll let you know what's happening over at Granddad's today for lunch.
Broadcasting from the Unity Medical Center studios, this is Thunder Radio.
Your hometown radio.
OMG indeed, Christy. I was like, delete.
I don't want these on my phone.
I want to accidentally post a medical emergency.
Let's see here. BNP study show. That's what I want right there. kind of a short break.
How do you know what you want to do at 18?
It's hard.
At 18, I wasn't thinking about a whole lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you think about at that age. And it's like, it's hard to make that decision that young, you know? I mean, you got to grow them up. But then you think back like in, you know, World War II times, and 17-year-olds are lying about being 18 so they can go to war, you know, and just
No, younger than that. Yeah,
you know,
16 year
17
old.
lying about their age so they can go fight in a war. And now we're like, we're going to decide what we want to do, you know, golly.
Kevin, that's the dream right there, buddy. You should brag about that. When someone tells me they're about to pay their house off or they've paid their house off, I'm like, we should throw a party.
I know. And they can pay for it.
You did it. Yeah. We should have, I paid my house off photo shoots.
Well, I think on the Ramsey show, they call it the debt-free screen. You're just creating a little Ramsey show over there, aren't you? Just a little, oh, here's this cat. Look here. Look at that cat. Fat. This one made him look a little too happy and a little too nice and cute. He is not. That is not him. That is not him.
Aw.
Yeah,
we had the cutest cat. Can you put the actual photo up?
I can. Yes. Where is that? Oh, your mom has sent me pictures to use to cartoon her. Oh, this doesn't have her whole head in it. It's like a half base. All right, we'll do that one. All right, let's see here.
They got his fluffiness accurate.
The fluffiness is accurate. Remove that. We'll get the real one up there in a minute. He's so fat.
He's a brick house.
I'm sending the real picture. We gotta do a little comparison here. We can get that up real quick. No bells. All right, let's see if we can get the real picture up. Okay, here's the cartoon cat. And here it was of this photo here. There's the actual picture of that fat cat. It's so big. And now cartoon cat.
The cartoon picture is way better.
Oh, I agree. I gotta get back on the air. We're behind schedule today. We're way behind schedule, or as Holly would say it, ahead of schedule. Morning Show Overdrive, brought to you by Dr. James Van Winkle. Right, it's almost that late. We're getting close to 8 o'clock, it feels like. Holly, what's happening over at Granddad's Restaurant today for lunch?
Okay, so they've got barbecue chicken and fried chicken in the lunch line. For the lunch line special today, you can get that for just $9.99. The sides are mashed potatoes, baked beans, turnip greens, mac and cheese, cornbread, or roll. You can swing by there from 11 to 2 today. That's at 620 Woodbury Highway. Go see Granddad's.
We're over here making cartoons of our cat on GPT. That's what we're doing with our free time during the commercial breaks and sharing them over on the Carmine Family Dental cameras and doing the real versus the cartoon version. And it's been a lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun for Josh.
It's been a lot of fun.
This.
We're also talking about debt last segment, right? Leslie said she had a party when she got out of debt. Best feeling ever.
Yeah, I feel like you should.
We'll be having a party in many years. We're working on it. I need Holly to sell some more ads.
I'm as good as a salesperson as I was a real estate agent.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
That license has been retired. Let's play games.
And now it's time for stupid, silly statistics that you never knew
I don't know where you're getting your statistics.
and probably don't need.
Did you bring your statistics?
Stupid silly stat revved up by our friends at Freedom Automotive in Manchester. They offer payment plans on those brand new tires. So if you got to hit the road this summer and you need new tires before you do so, stop by and see them, or just make sure that your wheels, everything's aligned and everything's balanced up and ready to go. They can take care of that for you as well. They do custom exhaust work. They're open 6 days a week at Freedom Automotive Service Center. Stop by and see them at 515 Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. That's right in front of College Street Elementary School. I got 2 tickets to Beach Bend Park for the winner on today's stupid, silly statistic. Holly?
Last year, 4,800 people went to the ER for this. Last year, 4,800 people went to the ER for this.
Listen now. That is not a lot of people in the big scheme of things.
No.
All right. So don't call in and say something like gunshot wound,
Car wreck.
car wreck. Don't do it. 4,800 in the entire United States for a year. That's not a lot. It sounds like a lot, but it's not. Anybody play?
Last year, 4,800 people went to the ER for this reason.
Is this a recycled one?
No.
Okay.
Paper cut, Jessica says on Facebook, which is a good guess because I have seen folks come to the emergency room after stubbing their toe, getting an ambulance to come pick them up and take them to the emergency room. I'm like, do what?
Morning show.
Snake bite.
Snake bite's a great guess, but not quite right. That's a good guess, bud. Snake bite.
I just saw where a little girl, I think in Texas or somewhere, got 2 rattlesnake bites.
Oh, did she make it?
Yeah, they got an antivenom in her in time.
Morning show.
Stepping on a kid's toy.
Stepping on a kid's toy. That's a
Good
great guess.
Not it. Morning show.
Tick bite.
Tick bite.
Not
good
it.
guess.
Good guess. I like that. But not quite right. Melinda says toothache.
Oh, gosh. Toothaches are awful.
ER for ingrown toenails.
James said wood splinter, and last year the boy one was
He got a bad one.
it impaled 2 of his toes together.
It stuck them together. Morning show.
Spider bite.
Spider bite. Good guess. Not it. It's not a bite of any sort. Morning show. Oh, it's not a bite of any sort. Last year, 4,800 people went to the emergency room for this. Again, listen, 4,800 people in an entire year in the entire country. That's not a big number. It's a drop in the bucket of ER visits. So it's a crazy thing. It's not a bite. It's not a bite. But when this does hurt. Now. Morning show.
Sunburn.
What'd you say?
Sunburn.
It's not the right answer.
You have no idea what she said.
Yeah, but she didn't say the right answer. I still don't know what she said, but it wasn't the right answer. I do know that. What did she say then?
I don't know.
I know you don't know
but
it.
I
You would
didn't
tell
hang
me.
up on her.
Last year, 4,800 people went to the ER for this. Morning show.
Morning show. Joking.
Choking. Good guess, but that's probably going to be higher.
That's what I be doing.
Morning
I
show.
be choking.
Sunburn.
Sunburn. Good guess.
That was what she called and
Not
said
quite
earlier.
right. Oh, it wasn't sunburn. Morning show.
Catching herself in the head with the fish hook instead of a fish.
Not it.
I had to do an x-ray on a kid that had skipped school and he went fishing and he did that and it got the hook in his head.
Oh.
And on the x-ray, I said area of pain marked by fish hook.
Aren't you being cute? Sunburn is, I'm going to say, the closest guess we've had. Morning show. All right. Call back, Dina. 728-1320. Stupid silly stat on this Thursday. Last year, 4,800 people went to the ER for this. What was it? What was this? Sunburn is the closest guess we've had. Jessica's over there on the camera saying rug burn. You ever get just a terrible rug burn?
Oh gosh, yeah. Like when your brother or something would
pulled you across the carpet,
grab you by the feet and pulled you across, and your back would be
Got my arms one time, all down my arms. Morning show.
Cutting himself with a knife.
Cut themselves with a knife. Good guess, but no, that's probably going to be a lot higher.
That's higher than 4,800.
4,800 ER trips in one whole year in the entire country.
I'm going to give a little hint. It's a big hint, but I'm going to give it. Can I?
Sure.
It's food related.
Food related, and it ain't choking. Okay. Food related, and it ain't choking. 2 tickets to Beach Bend Park if you can get the right answer here. 728-1320 to guess on the Ben Lomond Connect hotlines. Morning show.
Food poisoning.
Food poisoning is a good guess, but that's probably going to be way higher too.
Say, yeah.
Not it. Yeah. Food poisoning can make you feel like you're going to die. And I think it actually probably can kill you, but I know I had it once.
You got some bad Reese cups?
It was peanut butter.
Ugh.
It was awful. And you knew that's what it was because it didn't take but about 45 minutes after I ate them. And I didn't feel good. Then within an hour and a half, I really didn't feel good. And I was down for a couple of days. And all I could taste was peanut butter.
Ew.
It was awful. Like the body was purging.
Same thing happened to me with margaritas. Now I can't smell tequila. I got food poisoning off of it.
Morning show.
Burning something on the oven.
Burning something on the oven's a good guess. Not it though. That's probably going to be higher. Like burning a body part or something. That's probably going to be higher than 4,800. I burnt my whole arm with an iron once.
Well, it's because you tried to do it while you were wearing the shirt.
No, that's not true. I did not do that. I just, for whatever reason, reached around the iron to adjust the shirt. Like I hugged it. And I grabbed that iron and I hugged it to my body. I looked like Marv off of Home Alone when that iron print's on his face. It was on my arm.
When my sister was a toddler, she picked the iron up and stuck it to her face.
Oh.
And she had an iron print on her face.
Did it come off? I guess it did.
I mean, you've seen my sister, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess how long
did you notice the iron print?
Makeup covered it up or something. Morning show.
A burnt tongue.
Okay. So you are real close, but we're going to need to get specific about the food that may have done it. Morning show.
Squirting food in your eye.
Squirting food in your eye.
That would hurt, but that's not the right answer. Good try. 728 what?
What was he trying to say?
I don't know. 728-1320. The person that called in and said burning your tongue is the closest one, but they don't. What might have burnt it? That's what we're going to need to know. Last year, 48 people went to the ER for this, and I guess it didn't have to burn your tongue. It could burn something else. Yeah, I suppose. Morning show.
Getting my mouth burnt by hot coffee.
Hot coffee is a good guess, but not quite right. Morning show.
Burning your mouth with pizza.
Pizza, there it is. Pizza burns is the answer. I guess it could be a hand or probably your mouth, though. What's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica, yes, it is. In fact, pizza burns. That hurts. The cheese gets the roof of your mouth.
That's what I was thinking. Like when you bite it and you pull, and then that cheese slaps that chin right there. I could see it. I must be having flashbacks from a time I burnt my chin on cheese.
Oh, bless. Jessica, well done. Come on by and get you some tickets.
Thank you.
Yes. So, pizza burns. 4,800 people went to the ER for pizza burns. And I guess it could be you could burn your hand or whatever, grabbing the pan that it was on or something like that. I guess there's other ways to burn your body. But I would imagine a lot of those are mouth burns. That hurts, though. You get the roof of that mouth and it takes the skin off.
What do you think they're going to do in the emergency?
What are they going to do?
I want some of that stuff. It starts with a D. I'm allergic to everything else but Dilaudid. If you can.
Is that what it's pronounced? Dilaudid? Yeah. They gave me that one time when I broke my face with a baseball.
Yeah.
And
you said it was instant relief.
Instant. Well, they injected it. And I don't do, it's pretty easy to tell that I don't do any kind of serious pain pills ever. You give me a couple ibuprofen and I'm fine. Give me 4 and I'm loopy. I just don't handle medicine well. So I went after I broke my face, that ball had hit and it broke like 5 bones up around my eye and my cheeks, my sinuses. It was awful. So I was in a lot of pain, and one of the doctors didn't want to give me anything, and I wanted to punch that guy. They had to hold me down on the bed. I was like, I'm going to hit that guy. I want some medicine. I hurt. And they finally gave me this Dilaudid. This ring of Dilaudid. It'll make you feel better. And I don't want to compare it to this, but that scene on Breaking Bad when Jesse tries the heroin and he floats up off the bed, that's what I felt like. And it was instantaneous. Like
as soon
they
as they
pushed it in the IV, and within seconds, I was like, everything went away. All the pain was gone, and my world was better. And I was like, okay, this is it. I can sleep now. And I wanted to go to sleep. Is what I wanted to do. And so when we get to Vanderbilt with this issue, this was at Unity, and they took really good care of me, but I had to go up there because I was pretty beat up. And I get up there, and they were like, we can give you some more Dilaudid. Would you like it orally, or would you like us to inject it? And they hadn't hooked me up to an IV yet. And I'm like, I inject it. You stick it in right here. Please. And that was, I haven't had it since. I dream about it, though. But I could see how people get hooked on that stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean,
I've never had it, but I mean.
But then some people said it's not that strong. And but see, for me, I don't do.
I guess it's the amount that you have.
That can make a difference.
And maybe what
your tolerance level.
What pain you're having. I don't know. I don't know if it's but when you're at the hospital and someone who comes in that you look up their chart and they've been into the emergency room 20 times in the last year. And you're like, okay, what's going on? I'm having this pain from this, for this, and I'm allergic to everything except there's one that starts with a D that I can take. I'm not
sure the name.
The nurses know that you know what that is,
right?
And they're not dumb. Because everybody that comes in there for that reason has the same spiel about.
That sounds like a 12-year-old, trying to play games.
Or tried to mispronounce it on purpose. Yeah. It was like, okay.
It's Dilaudid or something. All right, we got more morning show. I want to tell everybody, let's get them a weather update, shall we? Let's glance down the weather. It's a rainy Memorial Day weekend is ahead, but today looks pretty good. 74, mostly sunny. Will be a little breezy, 20-mile-an-hour winds. Tomorrow, Chamber of Commerce weather, 72 degrees, sunny, no wind. A little cool, though, around 50 degrees tonight. Same on Friday, now maybe 52, 53. And then rain moves in. 40% chance of rain Saturday, 70% chance of rain Sunday, and an 80% chance of rain on Memorial Day Monday. Highs will be up in the low 70s on Saturday, mid 70s on Sunday, and then around 80 on Monday. So warming up by Memorial Day, but it looks pretty wet. Weather forecast brought to you by the Hillsboro Food Company. I went back out there for breakfast a couple weeks ago, got myself a tenderloin plate, a couple of good pieces of tenderloin, some eggs. Try that out. They got other options as well at the Hillsboro Food Company. 7403 Hillsboro Highway in Hillsboro. Find them on Facebook.
Now, another update from the WMSR Thunder Radio News Center.
Thunder Radio.
I hate to see their livers and kidneys from those pain meds. True that. True.
I mean, these folks are not in the best shape. You see them and you think clearly they're in their 60s. This lady is in her 60s, but then you look at the birth date and she's in her early 40s. Are you making more cartoons?
No, the girl was texting asking about moving some money somewhere. I was responding to her. Let's see here. We got birthdays coming up. But what's next here? Name that something.
Song. Name that tune.
Name that tune.
I need to. I had so much to talk about today that I don't think we're gonna
Get it?
I don't think we're gonna get it all in. But I wanted to talk about did you see the confrontation caught on camera after a softball coach accused a player on the opposing team of being too old
Yeah, they
to
wanted to see
play?
a birth certificate. I saw that. It's like 11 years old, I think.
Yeah,
Is that what it was.
Yeah, she's just tall. All the girls that play on the team have to show the league their birth certificate before being on the team.
Yeah.
But he's saying, I don't believe it.
I don't believe
I
it.
want to see.
That's fake. It's fake. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of that before though, and that's not new. That kind of behavior, and like league sports and stuff.
But he's out there with and what's the camera they put up to like
Game Changer,
like Game
Huddle
Changer
or
or something, and on the camera you see the guy like walking off the field and he shoots the parents the bird, and it's like, buddy, these are 11-year-old girls.
This is 11.
And they had a statistic of how many kids stop playing sports at.
That's right about that age. It's middle school.
I think around 13.
Yeah, that's where they stop. Morning, Coach T. You late joining us today? Is this that in-service time to wake up? Or are you just watching us from school? We appreciate it. I need to pump us on them TVs in there. Like in my mind, the whole school needs to have the morning show on.
It's educational.
It's educational. We do stats. When the girls softball team went to the state tournament, well, they went like 3 years in a row, but that year they got real deep and finished second. It was pretty like all the schools had us on.
Yeah, it was really neat.
Like several of them had us on over like the intercoms and things like that. So everybody was listening to the game. It's really neat. Thunder Radio.
Am I calling number 9?
You were not calling number 9, no. Just missed it.
Oh.
I thought there was more to it. I thought there was a joke. Apparently, he really thought he was supposed to be caller number 9 somewhere. Call back. I want to know what caller number 9 was going to win. What else are we supposed to talk about today? We can talk about that in the 8 o'clock hour, the softball thing. We may have time. Who knows?
All right, I'll give you a rundown of what we got coming up. We got.
Just because I wonder what morning show he's listening to. 37% of kids quit organized sports by the age of 13.
I thought it was what percent?
37% quit organized sports at the age of 13.
That's almost half.
Which makes sense because that's like kind of where, that's kind of where you hit the middle school.
You have to start trying out rather than you're on. Well, no, because
they're just trying out before. I just think the rec league stuff ends at 12 a lot, like baseball, rec league. A lot of places end at 12, and so I don't know about other, but like youth football. A lot of like rec league stuff ends, or youth football would end at like 5th grade, into 5th grade. So you're like around 12, 11. You know, or I think you can play until 12. I think for youth football. So I think that's kind of where a lot of the youth age stops.
I thought baseball went higher than
rec league. Generally stops at 12. Now they have an older league down here. I don't think a lot of kids play it. But for a long time they didn't. Once Babe Ruth stopped, Babe Ruth is 13 to 15, and they quit having the Babe Ruth league forever. And they kind of have a league down here for older kids. I don't think a lot of kids play.
When they did Babe Ruth, we were in they did Babe Ruth when we were young, right?
Yeah, I played Babe Ruth.
That's what I thought guys at that. I can remember seeing them.
But they quit Babe Ruth probably 2012-ish, and they didn't have a league that age for, I don't know, don't hold me to it, 8, 10 years, something like that. There is burnout for sure, but I think burnout affects it. But then
Do you think parents putting too much on the kids?
Yeah, that and burnout, and I think you add in the fact that a lot of the rec leagues stop at about that age too, and the availability to play goes down. If you don't make your school team, you can't play anymore, pretty much. Thunder Radio morning show here until 8:30, brought to you by Dr. Van Winkle. I know a lot of teachers are getting ready to have a summer break. How about a nice trip down to Orange Beach, Alabama? I can save you 15% on a nice condo. I stayed at this condo over Christmas when we went down for girls basketball and followed them down there. It's hard work. Somebody's got to do it. And we went down there and really loved this place. Had a couple of pools there, hot tub on site right there on the beach. You can do that as well. And we like Orange Beach. It's a lot of fun down there. Go to thunder1320.com/beach. That's thunder1320.com/beach to learn more. If you have trouble finding it or need help, just call us 728-1320. We'll hook you up with the link to see all the pictures and the number to call and the promo code, which is Thunder15. We'll get you all that so you can get hooked up with that nice condo down in Orange Beach, Alabama. All right, Tolly, what are we doing here? Name that something in this segment.
Name that tune. Josh has got 3 little snippets, a 1, 2, and a 3-second clip. Once you have figured out the name of the song and the artist, call us 728-1320.
Thunder Radio Swag.
Thunder Radio Swag for the win.
728-1320. Oops.
Of the day. Of the day.
I need you to name that for me if you want to be a winner today. Thunder Radio Swag and bragging rights, which is probably just as important.
Of the day.
We got into a very, I won't say heated discussion, but a very engaging discussion during the break about youth sports, which everybody's talking about over on the cameras. We'll talk about that later on in the show.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Of the day.
Nothing on the phone lines.
Maybe that's why it makes me so sad for senior night, because I know it's for those kids, that's going to be the last time that they get to play on a team of
Well, it's ceremonial. They usually have more games after that.
The year though, it's their senior. I don't know. Whatever. I don't mean literally. Conceptually.
Of the day.
To be fair to y'all, Holly's 1-second clip today is 0.8 seconds, and our 2-second clip is 1.6. And her 3-second clip is 2.5. So she's really trying
You're
to.
such a snitch.
Well, I'm just saying she can't jump on here and be like, I win. Well, she's not giving you the full amount, so that's not fair. 728-1320. Nobody even guessing on the cameras, and no text guesses, and certainly no phone call guesses today.
Of the day.
I don't know.
You don't know it?
No clue.
Even by looking at the name of the song?
Yeah, no clue. Here.
Yeah, you've heard it.
No, I heard you getting it ready in there, and I was like, I don't know what that is.
What?
I don't know what this is, where it came from.
I made a joke about this in the second segment, and you didn't laugh.
There you go.
And so.
Now that makes sense. Let's play the 3-second clip that's actually 2.5 seconds.
It's like 2.8.
Jessica does not know it. She said Chumbawamba.
You're going to get it on the 2.8.
No, it's 2.5. Quit trying to edge it up.
Of the day. Do you like to?
Nobody knows this. Morning show.
Stroking by Clarence Carter.
Boom, she knew it.
There, somebody got it. What's your name?
Sherry.
Sherry. All right, Sherry. Good job. Come on by. Get yourself a Thunder Radio t-shirt and enjoy your bragging rights for the day, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry, with the win there.
I be smoking. I be smoking.
I remember that joke now.
I said I be choking. That's what I be doing.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard that song.
No, a Nutty Professor, when he turns into
it's been a while since I've seen
the skinny Eddie Murphy, and he's in the car and he's singing that let's see what year that song come out. Clarence Carter.
Rhonda said that's the Get Up. No. Jessica said never heard that song. Thank you, Jessica. Thanks for being a savior to me.
No.
Yes,
It
yes.
was, listen. Yeah, I didn't want to play Gerald, you've heard this, right? He says not going to play at all. It was released in 1986, and I have to believe that in 1986 this song was the WAP of its time.
Okay.
Play the 3-second clip.
The 3-second?
I mean the answer.
Well, I played it just a minute ago.
I be stroking. That's what I be doing. I be stroking.
Yeah.
Can you imagine your child walking around 1986 listening to this? Gerald said he's got it on CD.
Really, originally released on cassette tape. Dana said, yes, it was.
I like it. It's got a good little beat and stuff, but that's why the clip was so short. Was if I had let it played out, I felt like it sounds inappropriate for a morning show.
Gotcha. Well, I appreciate you looking out for a listener. Jessica still says, no, I got nothing.
Go listen to it on the way to school this morning. Put it on your playlist when you're working out. It's so random. It's so random, and he talks through a lot of it.
Dana said it's on my oldies playlist. My dad would play it in the car.
I can't imagine listening to that with my parents.
Right? They'd be like firing up WAP these days with the kids in the car. I still argue, and I know that I'm right, that today's music is just so much more.
Oh, it is
open and blunt. Like there was at least, even if the innuendos were pretty obvious, they didn't just come out and say it.
Now they just
say it. I mean, listen to Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B for a minute and just tell me that like it's just not.
That's not appropriate.
You know what's uncomfortable is going to a Megan Thee Stallion concert with your teen daughter and your wife.
We were at Bonnaroo, and it just so happened that Megan Thee Stallion was playing at the same time, so we stopped by to catch it. And
yeah,
that is uncomfortable. Yeah,
I was like, oh, I'm just standing there. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm like,
leave.
It's not happening.
Oh.
So I just start looking around. I'm like, look at that outfit over there.
That's inappropriate.
Yeah. Or I'm just like, oh, this pizza's real good. I'm gonna go over here and try that. I just try to find things to distract myself. Probably just as uncomfortable for her.
I'm sure.
I'm just standing right there. Anything else this segment?
No, I don't have anything.
All right. Well, we got a little bit more.
Good job to Sherry.
Show. Yeah. Sherry and earlier.
Look and see if that song is in the in our library.
We've got some Clarence Carter, but not that.
What else does he sing?
We've got Slip Away and Patches.
I don't know either one of those.
Yeah, I don't know much about Slip Away. Sounds thrilling.
Can't hear it.
Oh, you got your headphones on. That sounds pretty boring. And then we've got Patches.
I was born and raised down in Alabama.
All right. Well, I can't play a lot of it because
sounds like something your grandma would name her cat.
We had a cat named Patches, actually.
Okay, that's
yeah. Here come a solid white cat. Grandma be like, it's a solid white cat there. His name
Josh's
Patches.
grandma gives the cats the most. There was one cat she had named Face. That's Face. He's got a spot on his tail.
Yeah. I know. And that all black one over there, we call him White. Yeah, she always has been like that. She had 3 cats one time. They were just 1, 2, and 3. That was their names.
I know your grandma names her pets the most random things, but they're funny.
I know. Anyway, all right, we got more morning show coming up. I want to tell everybody about Common John Brewing Company. They're having a end of the year bash for teachers. I think teachers get 10% off on Saturday down there. They got some entertainment. We got breakfast today starting at 8 a.m. So they'll be firing that up here in about 10 minutes or so. So get on down there and see them. Try the scrambled egg bowl. Oh, it doesn't miss at the Common John Brewing Company. And if you don't have work today and you don't have nothing going on, you want to have something early in the day, I'm going to recommend a Strawberry Magic Beer Mosa. Just give that a try. If not, maybe you got things to do. Maybe coffee's more appropriate. They got coffee down there too. Common John Brewing Company, 210 Woodbury Highway, online, commonjohnbc.com.
Coffee County Bank was founded in 1975 by a group of local business people, locally owned and operated.
It's so obvious to kids now. Back then, there was innuendos, but now it's just like they say the words, and it's just like I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
A new house, or the right deposit products to meet your needs.
2, 2.5, 3, 4.
Remember FDIC?
We'll do birthdays next.
We'll do birthdays next.
Then we can have Thursday, and sports talk in the 8 o'clock hour. No, we won't. We'll just go ahead and do that now. Yeah, we'll just push that back.
They offer top-notch service at prices that will break the bank.
Hey guys.
She just left. I don't know where she's going. And 7 seconds. Let's see. Sorry, Holly just leaves. Jen said, "How have you not heard that song before?"
Jen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jen was probably in high school when that song was big. I don't know. She's older than me.
I could see Jen beat bopping around to that song, honestly.
With lyrics like
I wish I could have a tenth of her energy.
"Stroke it to the east.
Stroke it to the west.
Stroke it to the west.
Stroke it
to the woman
that I love best." He then proceeds to ask where everybody likes to do their stroking, like on a couch or.
He said, "How in the world Holly feel like that's inappropriate? You guys are gonna be playing 2 Live Crew."
Who said that?
Steve. I was trying to read it. He's talking to text, so it's like they don't always translate. Talk to text is more dangerous because then you're like, "Oh, that's not right," and now you're trying to fix it. Yeah, we're doing Thursday here. Okay.
I heard you, buddy. Thursday.
I don't know what you've heard, what you haven't heard, or anything else.
Puppies are so cute. I look like such a nerd.
This is Allison Monahan at Westwood Middle School. You're listening to my favorite radio show, The Morning Show, with Josh and Holly.
Thunder Radio Morning Show here on this sunny Thursday morning. Graduation tomorrow here in Coffee County. Holly, welcome back.
Thanks, buddy.
Morning show brought to you by Dr. Van Winkle. 15% off a 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo. Go to thunder1320.com/beach. All right, it's Thursday. We're going to hit that up before we do birthdays in a little bit. No, we don't. We normally do birthdays right around here. We're kind of in between. We got a little behind, and we can either do early birthdays or we can do late birthdays. And I choose late. Go ahead, Holly. On-time birthdays are not an option today.
Georgia police tried to arrest a paralyzed man for kicking down a woman's door and assaulting her. Okay. So last month, police officers in College Park, Georgia, detained Charles Reed for a felony assault charges, alleging that he kicked down his ex-girlfriend's door and attempted to strangle her. The only problem is Reed is a paraplegic and has been for more than 20 years. Despite the obvious discrepancy, the police officer still handcuffed old buddy, and they tried to take him to jail. Even
did she claim that he kicked down the door?
Yeah,
he kicked down my door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even as the same officers seemed unsure if it was physically possible for this to have happened in the first place, they still arrested him.
I don't know if he did it or not.
They said, if she made a false report, that's going to be on her. It's a warrant now. I have to take you in. So now that's going to be up to you and the courts and your lawyers to establish your innocence.
I'm sorry. Did we not have a burden of proof at the scene? I don't understand that. I get like for domestic violence situations, they're going to be pretty cautious, right? But so you can just claim somebody did something and get them thrown in jail. And
this is the body cam footage. Officer Balot told the guy this. What?
Nothing. I was just going to a scene from Black Sheep and nearly played it out. I mean, I nearly started talking and I stopped myself.
Good. So the officer says, so at this point, she says you kicked down her door. It don't look like you could kick anything, no offense, at this point in time.
Why'd they take him to jail for?
So, listen, the woman called police, said that she had broken up with him a few days prior. He had come to her house, kicked down her door, choked her, attempted to steal her car keys, and afterwards he left on foot.
So she literally, you can tell she's lying.
It's unclear why it took so long for the police to detain Reed, who had been in the contact with police for more than a month before. So it was a month afterwards. That's enough time to figure out if this guy is actually.
You got to be kidding me.
So when he arrived at the police station, the same guy that responded to the call in June read him his Miranda rights. He said that I dated that girl 20 years ago. He said it wasn't even a recent breakup. She was my girlfriend before I was paralyzed.
Well, maybe he could kick the door down then, 20 years ago. He can't do it now.
He said she went by the first and middle name. He didn't know the last name. He says, I've been paralyzed since I've 18. Like,
wow. Who's the Thursday on this? The
he
girlfriend
says,
or the cops?
They said, according to Miss Jensen on this date, you forcefully entered her home and attacked her. He said, I have absolutely no idea who that is. Yeah, I certainly didn't force my way into anybody's house.
Well, can we not check an alibi here real quick before we start filing charges? I don't understand that.
They said, we're going to do our due diligence, because if you're paralyzed, somebody has made a mistake.
Correct, guys.
And later, an officer looked at the arresting officer and he says, hey, I have a family member who's paralyzed, and that guy's legs look like my family members. Yeah. You're like that. I think that he's
not making it up.
He's not making it up.
What you gotta do is, yell fire or something, see if he jumps up and runs off.
The one officer says, look, I think you might need to call the DA, because it's looking like she might have filed a false report here.
Good job, fellas. Some thorough investigative work here has led us to believe that this may be a lie.
That's just...
Golly, that's a lot more to that story than I thought when we first started. A little concerned about the common sense here.
Did you see this guy in Atlanta that was I think it was Atlanta. I know it was in Georgia. He was accused of attempting to kidnap a kid at Walmart.
Nope.
Okay, so that's the story. Yeah, Atlanta. So it happened 2 months ago. Apparently this guy was looking for Tylenol, and a girl come by, a woman come by on a motorized cart, and you can, on the footage, you can see him asking her a question and her like pointing, and then you see him like reach down towards the 2-year-old. She says he reached down to grab the 2-year-old and there was a struggle, and she pulled that he was trying to steal the baby.
Trying to steal my baby.
If you go back and look at the footage and you talk to the guy, he said the baby was falling. He said there was 2 children in the cart. The 2-year-old was in the mama's lap, I guess. And he was trying to help. Like he thought he was.
Yeah.
He said it was no struggle. I didn't pull. Apparently he says that the woman was driving along and clipped the corner of a display, and
with her cart.
Yeah, and he was trying to make sure
kind of reached out and
there was no struggle, nothing like that at all. But this guy was.
Well, does she not understand there's cameras at the Walmart? Probably at all corners.
They indicted him and charged him with attempted kidnapping.
You got to be kidding me.
No, they did. He's been in jail for more than 40 days.
Ugh. Oh, I guess it's hard to make judgments, or
you can look at the video.
But the video shows it.
Yeah.
I don't. It's her word against his at this point, right? I mean, I don't. But we know who the DA is in Atlanta, so.
So I just kind of feel bad, like. This guy's literally in the medicine aisle. You know, he's not. He didn't like run off or anything.
I don't know. Do people generally reach out and grab babies and take off with them from Walmart right in front of the parents?
It has happened.
I bet. It's right in the middle of the Walmart. I can see the parent wasn't looking.
I think I think people are feel the need for attention very badly. I feel like they people live such just
social media, man. They need likes.
Pitiful. Yeah. I don't know. People want attention for the wrong kind of reasons.
Well, just any kind of attention will work.
Yeah.
Positive, negative.
Look what happened to me. Feel bad for me. And that's not the kind of attention I want. I don't want you to feel bad for me. I'm not pitiful. I'm hard.
Bless. All right, Thunder Radio morning show here until 8:30. We're across top of the hour. It's morning show overdrive, financed by our friends over at New Haven Mortgage. Get into the home of your dreams. Needs the right finance team. So stop by and see Heather Phillips and her team at 1300 MacArthur Street. They can walk you through the process. I know it can seem daunting trying to buy a house. There's a lot that goes into it. You need the right people on your side. Stop by and see them. They can make it seem simple. NewHavenMTG.com. NMLS 1477317. Birthday's next.
Broadcasting from the Unity Medical Center studios.
We're your friends. We're your neighbors.
Locally owned and operated.
Thunder Radio.
What now?
Do we want Jacob to go to the get pictures today?
No.
Look no further than Carmine Family Dental in Denver.
They can't win it today.
By Dr. Carmine, their team specializes in both implant and full mouth restoration with a focus on cosmetic dentistry and smile makeovers. I'm Holly from the Thunder Radio Morning Show. My smile was completely constructed by Dr. Carmine and his team. Whether it's a root
Birthdays
or a complete smile transformation, Carmine Family Dental is here to help you achieve the smile of your dreams. Don't wait. Call Carmine Family Dental today at 931
Little behind.
So we're ahead of schedule.
On behalf of Coffee County Bank, we would like to wish
Ahead of schedule, yes. Yes. Still Holly likes it.
It does stink.
Thunder Radio.
Hey, can I give you an anniversary for Sunday?
For this upcoming Sunday?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Jeff and Melanie Tom, 41 years.
All right, got it.
Thank you.
It was Jeff and who?
Melanie.
That's what I thought.
That's what I be doing. I be stroking. I don't have any celeb birthdays.
No celebrities? I'm about to put
No.
my cartoons on the screen. People who missed that earlier.
Morgan Wallen shared something.
Oh. Now this picture of this fat cat, not very appealing, but ChatGPT makes him look so much more playful and happy. The technology we have access to now makes you wonder about the technology the government has. You know, like this is stuff they probably have had for a while. That's okay. We're so far ahead of schedule. It's all right. I'm going to have celebrity birthdays. Change it back to Thursday. You host the swap shop?
No. You know what else I'm not doing?
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Hate that joke.
Tell you jokes, Mr. Jokey. What's that all about?
I don't know. Ask
That's
ChatGPT.
Ben Stiller. Like dodgeball?
Dodgeball sounds like. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
I know the sound it makes when it takes a life. Tropic Thunder.
Look at this picture I took from inside the bathroom.
Oh, that's pretty. I'll take one from the back porch. It's not as pretty.
I took this one from the back porch.
This one?
Yeah.
How pretty. Sunrises at our house are nice sometimes.
They are nice.
Too bad we don't get to see all of them. We have to leave and come in.
King on the right.
It is birthday time on the Thunder Radio morning show. Pick up that phone and give me a call, 728-1320. I'll take birthdays. I'll take anniversaries. I had somebody call an anniversary over the break. It was for this upcoming Sunday. That's fine. Let's go and get it on the list. That way we don't forget. Every day we draw for a slice of birthday pie from the Mercantile Cafe Bakery and Gift Shop. So you know it's going to be delicious. Yesterday, Doug Pope won that slice of pie. This afternoon, we'll be drawing again about 4:30 on Connecting Coffee County. At the end of the week, which is tomorrow, we draw for a grand prize, a birthday cake from the Manchester Food Lion. We also draw for our anniversary grand prize. Our anniversary grand prize. Flowers from the Mossy Pile. They just grabbed the wrong microphone. I don't know if that's ever happened. All right, here we go. Thursday. Jamie Fish is 49 today. Hillary Statham has a birthday today. And Amanda Cox has a birthday today. That is all the birthdays we have locally, but we'll add yours if you call it in. Holly says she has no celebrities.
None.
Not even one like semi-celebrity, like some TikTok star who's 3 years old.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Her mom put her on some kind of reality show.
there
Now she's famous.
like there's a guy from a show that I know that you like. I recognize his face. His name's Michael Kelly.
Michael Kelly. Oh, yeah, Michael Kelly.
House of Cards.
House of Cards.
So he has a birthday today.
He's pretty well known, Michael Kelly.
He's 55 today. He was on Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
SVU.
Yeah, SVU.
Yeah,
He actually studied law at Coastal Carolina University before he made his switch to acting.
he played a pretty prominent role in House of Cards. He was in all of it. He was one of the few people, him and I what's her face? Robin Wright. Were I think the only two that were in from that first episode to the end. I think.
Yeah. He was previously a member of a rock band called Leroy Justice. So he's got a eclectic background.
See, there was a celebrity, Holly. She's just trying to get out of work.
There's another one I just didn't. If we're doing like B-list actors,
We do B-list sometimes.
Okay. Then there's also Jennifer Goodwin has a birthday.
What's she in?
So didn't she date she was in Snow White.
Oh, the new one?
Big Love. She was in Big Love. That's
Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer Goodwin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know her.
When I started dating Josh, he was really into Big Love.
That was a good show. Bill Paxton, rest his soul.
That's all I have on
Chloe
birthday.
Savini, Ginger Porn. There's some good people in that. Jennifer Goodwin's in there.
He asked me to start wearing my hair like poofed up on the top like that. But
Well, I brought another girl around. We were gonna see about having sister wife situation. Who would want more than one? And
Josh couldn't handle two wives. I'm just here to tell you, he can barely handle one.
The emotional needs. I don't have the energy for that.
No.
Like, you just on that show, he was like at one wife's house for 2 days, another wife's house for 2, another wife's house for 2. Then he got a day off, and they were upset that he wanted a day off. And I'm like, that dude needs a day off. He's been working 6 days, and he's the only one who worked. None of them work.
Oh,
Holly lowered her chair.
Did you see me fall?
She lowered her chair. It was it's polygamy background is what that show was about. I thought it was a good show. I'd like to rewatch it actually. It's been a while since I've seen it.
I'm too competitive and too jealous for there to be more than one woman.
What, Holly? You
No.
jealous, competitive? No,
I would
that
rip
doesn't
her hair out.
sound like you at all.
Yeah, I'm real territorial.
She is. She goes around and pees on things.
Mine.
Morning show. Claimed. Morning show overdrive. Then there's days that she wants to give me away. So she just had me sitting out by the road like an old computer chair people put out. Somebody pick him up. Thunder Radio Morning Show brought to you by New Haven Mortgage. We got a quick news break here. We got a little bit of time left today, so don't go anywhere. We got more fun right here until 8:30.
Now, another update from the WMSR Thunder Radio News Center.
Thunder Radio.
Yeah. Let's see here. We won't have very long when we come back.
Almost done. Almost done.
It's a 4-day weekend for us. If you don't know, of course, you probably don't normally listen on the radio if you're listening to me on the cameras right now, and the radio mics are off, so obviously you don't normally listen on the radio. Tomorrow, I recommend the senior sunset interviews are really good. Sometimes they can be like, but no, they were good. Last year, we had a little more control this year. Last year, for whatever reason, it was just like open game for anybody to come over and talk to us, which is fine. I don't care. But I should have chosen to not air some of the interviews. But I aired them all because, they did them.
They were all good interviews this year.
This year was good, yeah.
Yeah, pork chops sound good today on the grill.
Pork chops?
We've never done pork chops on the grill.
Smoke them?
Pork chops are not my favorite meat.
Did it smoke them?
Yeah, smoke them. Easy down.
Easy down. Hunter, did I smoke him?
Can we, if I send that over, can we start?
Yeah. There's a guy that does impersonations. There's a really good one of that on reels. Dan. He does he does a really good Southern dad impersonation. I think just like Holly's dad, but she don't think so.
What?
He does a really good Southern dad impersonation. What you said? We had burgers yesterday. Give me, baby. We were talking about doing our meal planning yesterday at 4:30. I'm stopping to pick up hamburger meat. What's so funny?
It has this when you're trying to sneak out of work early on a Friday, and it has this guy walking. It's got a coned off area, but he's trying to like. It's coned off because it's a hole in the floor, and so he tries to sneak out to leave early, and he falls through the floor. And I'm like, that would be me, getting stuck in a ditch trying to leave a ribbon cutting.
That was you. And then double parked when we tried to leave the one in Franklin County. We couldn't get out of there. Had to go back up there as they were doing door prize drawing.
What I get for trying to be the first one to leave.
Probably should stop making that our goal. Top Gun 3 is in the works.
Daggone, Tom Cruise. Leave some action movies for the rest of us.
Is this true? You never know. Yeah, I don't know if this is even real.
I'm going to work on these flower beds today.
Okay, honey. You do what you need to do. You do what you need to do. You're productive. Most productive person I know. When Holly's working, she's the most productive person you'll ever be around.
When I'm working?
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying when she's up off the couch, she's doing stuff.
Why do you gotta word it like that? I'm not on the couch often.
I didn't mean it. I'm just saying, you know, if you're up and doing, you're being productive. That's what I mean. That's all I'm saying.
I thought about working out yesterday. I thought about it.
It's the thought that counts, honey. What were you going to work out?
Squats. I was going to do 3 sets of 25.
You ain't going to be able to walk. I like your hair braided like that. Mm-hmm.
We're not going to have any time for a discussion.
No, not much time here. We're probably only about 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes.
What is this little guy doing?
I like a few stragglers.
You like the stragglers?
I like some stragglers. I think they're cute. No, don't pull it out there like that. Just don't highlight the stragglers. It should be an accent, not a highlight. Put that straggler back. Put it back.
Hide it.
Swap shop.
I do need to. Are you talking about me? I do need a raise.
I give her a raise. Holly's video yesterday led me to look up unflattering athlete pics. You get some good response on that.
Well, I don't want some girl to have her picture posted and her be like, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed of that." I don't want to make somebody feel embarrassed of a picture I took. But at the same time, I would never post a picture that I thought was unflattering. When I see the pictures, I think that they look.
Get ugly.
When we do the blooper pictures, that's the song.
Get ugly. I have to find the edited version. That song's pretty appropriate.
I know the words to myself. No habla inglés.
I don't think that's that song.
You know what? But I know what. I'm gonna listen to it when I leave here.
That might be it. I don't know. Final segment, y'all.
Holly is the planner, the brains, and the looks. She just needs Josh to push all the fancy buttons.
The snowflake button makes it cold, cold, cold. Set temperature makes it hold, hold, hold.
This is the morning show with Josh and Holly.
Final segment, Thunder Radio Morning Show Overdrive, financed by New Haven Mortgage. Holly, welcome back.
Thanks, buddy.
I got a few minutes left today before we wrap things up. Quick weather check for you today. Up around 74 degrees, mostly sunny but windy conditions. 52 tonight, kind of chilly in the morning when you wake up. 72 on Friday for anybody going to graduation. If you count Friday as part of the Memorial Day weekend, it's going to be the best day of the weekend in terms of just weather. 72 and sunny. Then we got rain, 40% chance Saturday, 70% chance Sunday, and an 80% chance Monday on actual Memorial Day. And we'll be warming up at least, be 75 on Sunday and 80 on Monday. Long range look into next week. Looking like Tuesday, Wednesday, we stay in the kind of low to mid 70s with rain chances. So not the best start to the unofficial start of summer, I guess, is this weekend.
But after
It's not
that,
gonna feel like it. Weather forecast brought to you by the Hillsborough Food Company. All right, Holly, last few minutes here. What do we want to talk about? You're like, 4 minutes.
you want to talk a little bit about that coach?
We can. Let's talk about that coach.
Okay.
That coach that's not in this area, who I guess during the middle of a rec league softball game, I don't know if it was rec league or not, but just, I guess, stomped onto the field and demanded to see the birth certificate of an 11-year-old child because that child was too big to be playing in the game.
She's tall.
She's tall.
She's very tall.
Okay, that's probably like Lily Norman, right? Remember how tall Lily Norman was compared to other players when she was in like middle school?
Yeah.
Very tall.
Let's see here. They had the girl on, and she was like, she had just hit the ball and ran to first base.
Okay.
So she's on first, and then the coach is coming out on the field. She said, I was scared. He's coming on the field. He's mad. He's yelling about me. He don't believe
this
that
girl is 11 years old. Here's the deal. Listen, it's silly. People do cheat, okay? People do cheat. I don't know if this is a rec league game or travel game or whatever, but if that's the issue, you've seen this girl before, right? I mean, ask that question before the game, away from, like, go to some administrators and be like, is this girl 11?
He was mad because he's losing.
He's
That's
losing.
Bottom line. I think for
like if you wanted to question it, or after, before the game, after the game, go to whoever the tournament administrator is or the league administrator and ask a question if you want. But you can't stomp out there. And again, I think that's crazy, but people do cheat. Okay, so whatever. But I've played with kids who are far bigger than everybody else for their age when I was younger. And I played with kids who are far smaller. Nobody asked that question. I played with kids and seen kids who are way smaller than everybody else in the age group. And nobody's like, that kid's only 7.
Yeah.
Nobody says that. He was losing and he was mad.
He's losing and he's mad. Yeah.
And so he showed himself.
And
the old rear end.
We were talking about the statistic of kids that stop playing sports at age 13.
37%.
37% of kids at age. That's a big drop off.
Yeah. And we were talking about that during the break, probably several breaks ago over on the Carmine Family Dental Cameras. I think I don't have concrete data in front of me, but there's a lot of things that go into it. But that's about the age where kids are going to find other things they like. All right. They're going to find other hobbies that they want to do. Especially with screen time the way it is now, and they get their eyes on those screens earlier. B, they're, that's kind of where a lot of rec league ages stop is around 12-ish,
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, the only way you can keep playing is if you make your school team.
Yeah.
And if you don't make your school team, there's really nothing to play. Or, maybe you go play another sport, but you don't play that one. So I think some of them get burnt out. If they play the trout. I think it's a combination of probably all three of those things. I don't think it's just one thing or the other, because they do play a lot of travel ball.
It used to be fun to play, but when they're little, it's fun to play ball. But I think when they start getting to middle school age, there's a lot of pressure from parents to
perform.
And it's no long. It kind of takes the fun out of it.
Middle school is a tough age, especially for in all sports. It's all sports. Baseball, I've always thought, had a tougher jump because you go from a smaller field to a larger field. And I don't think that kids' arms are necessarily ready for that yet.
From 8th grade to 9th grade?
No. From 5th grade to 6th grade.
Okay, 5th grade to 6th. I see.
For a long time, it was, when you were 12, you played on this little league size field. And then when you were 13, you jumped to Babe Ruth, which you weren't really ready for. But now they've got them starting that was in like 7th grade. A lot of times, sometimes maybe 6th grade, depending on. But a lot of people in 7th grade were moving to the Babe Ruth size field, the bigger field, the Major League Baseball size field.
Yeah.
At age 13. Well, but then they started letting 5th and 6th graders on these teams at middle school level, where they're going at age 10 and 11. They're jumping to this big. That's a huge jump. They're not ready for that. And so I think you do have arm troubles too, and success issues. It's hard to be successful at that age. You can hit the ball as hard as you possibly can, and that's all you got. And that thing gets to the shortstop, because you're just not big enough for that field yet. So they're not developed yet. There's a lot that goes into those things, I think, or why kids quit. But jerk coaches is probably one of them.
Yeah.
This guy seems like a real jerk. It's 11-year-old softball. Anyway, that's all the time we got for that discussion. I could talk about it all day. Morning show here until 8:30. We'll wrap things up here in just a second.
Have you heard about the big changes with the highly successful weight loss shots? Due to some recent FDA...
Oh, Holly, tell everybody bye.
Bye.
Now let's see what's for.
My ears hurt. My glasses. Does anybody?
I'm getting some expertise here from softball people. Generally, in tournament softball, you challenge with the tournament director. Players the correct age. You pay a fine of a couple $100 for a bad challenge.
Oh. You should be fined for a bad challenge.
Like, you better be sure of yourself before you take that over
there.
I like that.
What is it on Scrabble? If you use a challenge, you lose a turn.
Yeah, something like that. Let me get the mercantile menu real fast for everybody. Mercantility.
I love doing the morning show, but I'm so glad to have 4 mornings off consecutively.
Sleep. Oh, they got chicken and dumplings and roast beef today at the mercantile.
Chicken and dumplings.
Chicken and dumplings.
I know what I'm
roast
having.
beef at the mercantile. Y'all stop by and see them today, starting lunch at 11 o'clock. See y'all. Tomorrow's show, remember, radio only, but it's really good. Going to have the senior sunset interviews. We'll be back on camera and full show on Tuesday. I'll have a good Memorial Day weekend. Stay safe.